Hello students, welcome to Sri classes, lecture number 6, current electricity, chapter 12, CBSE class 10th. We will continue with solving the exercise numericals and also exercise questions. So let us have a look at the next question. Seventh question, you please do it yourself, it is based on the graph basically. So seventh question, please do it yourself. Let me take the eighth one now. When a 12 volt battery is connected across an unknown resistor, there is a current of 2.5 milliamps in the circuit. Find the value of the resistance of the resistor. Voltage is given, current is given, finding the resistance R, which is very easy. Using V is equal to IR formula, R is equal to V by I. Only thing is 2.5 milliamps should be converted into ampere. And therefore make 2.5 milliamps as ampere. That is 2.5 milliamps is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 amps. And use that formula, substitute and get the value. Let us go for ninth one. A battery of 9 volt is connected in series with so many resistors. How much current would flow through 12 ohm resistor is the question. Through 12 ohm resistor, what is the current that flows through? So how do you find out? Let me solve this one, ninth one. So the diagrammatic representation is something like this. How many resistors are to be connected? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resistors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are connected to a potential difference of 9 volt. These are connected to a potential difference of 9 volt. And this is 0.2, 0.3, 0.2 ohm, 0.3 ohm, 0.4 ohm and 0.5 ohm, and this is 12 ohm. 12 ohm given. How much current would flow through 12 ohm resistor? The question is, what is the current that flows through the 12 ohm resistor? In series connection, the current remains same across all the resistors. So find out the equivalent resistance Rs and apply the formula Ohm's law. So first of all, equivalent resistance Rs equals all these resistors put together, 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.4 plus 12, which equals 12.9 ohms. Check it. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4, 9. 0.9 and 12. 12.9. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. One more is to be added, 0.5. Plus 0.5 plus 12. So 12.9 plus 0.5 we are going to add, which is nothing but 13.4. This is the Rs, which is equivalent resistance. Now by Ohm's law, V equals IRS. And therefore, what is that that we have to calculate? Current through the 12 ohm resistor, which remains same for all the resistors. V divided by Rs, which is 9 divided by 13.4, which is nothing but 90 divided by 134. 2 45 za, 2 6 are 12, 2 7 za, anything? 3 1 za, 3 5 za. Not possible with the 3, isn't it? Not possible with 6. So you just work out the 45 divided by 67, which I am going to get as about 0.67, 0.67 ampere. 0.67 amp. Let me check whether it is correct. Yeah, it is correct. 0.67 ampere. So the current through 12 ohm resistor is, therefore current through 12 ohm resistor is 0.67 amps. This is the answer. Can we go to the next question, which is important? Next question, 10th one. How many 176 resistors in parallel combination are required to carry 5 amps current on a 220 volt line? Important, such questions you can expect. how many 176 ohm resistors are required to be connected in a parallel combination so that 5 amps it will draw on a 220 volt line. So let us assume that n resistors are connected. Let's see here the diagrammatic representation, something looks like this. Like this. How many resistors are to be connected? Yeah, it will continue like this. 176 ohm. 176 ohm. How many? Let n be connected in parallel combination. So in parallel combination, when when these resistors are connected, what is the current drawn by this given information? Let me write down. Given voltage is 220 volt and current 5 amps it will draw, and number of resistors equals n, and each resistor R equals 176 ohm. All these are connected in parallel combination. Therefore, let Rp be the equivalent resistance. 1 by Rp equals 1 by 176 plus 1 by 176. It will continue for how many n resistors, which equals n times 1 by 176. N by 176 implies Rp equals, take the reciprocal, this is 1 by Rp, no? So take the reciprocal, 176 divided by N. So by Ohm's law, now by Ohm's law, V equals I into Rp, and therefore Rp, isn't it? What is the Rp is equal to 176 by N. So what is voltage here? Let us substitute the values. 220. So substitute the values here. 220 equals, what is the current? 5 amps into Rp is 176 by N. What is that you have to find out? N, the number of resistors are to be found out. So N equals 5 into 176 divided by 220. 5 ones are 5 fours are 5 fours are, which equals 176 by 44. I think 4 side is possible. Check it. N equals 4. Therefore, number of resistors to be connected in parallel combination equals N equals 4. We'll go to the next question. That was 10th question, I think. Yeah, next question we will see. Show how do you connect 3 resistors, each of resistance 6 ohm, so that the combination has 9 ohm resistance and 4 ohm resistance. So you have to try, the 6 ohms resistors. How would you connect 3 resistors? There are 3 resistors each of 6 ohm, and how will you connect 9 ohm? That is the question asked you. Work out yourself, because first you connect 6 and 6 in parallel. If I connect 6 and 6 in parallel, the resultant resistance will be half of that one, 3, and next is in series, which will give you the answer. So first 2 resistors of 6 ohms in parallel, the resultant will be R by N basically. R is 6 ohms divided by N is 2 resistors, therefore 3 ohms. 3 ohms plus 6 ohms gives 9 ohm. And next is very easy, 4 ohms. When all the 3 resistors are 6 ohm, how do you get the least resistance of that? By combining all these 3 resistors in parallel combination. The moment you connect all these in parallel combination, the resistance will be lesser than the least of the resistor. So 6 is the least resistance, lesser than that will be definitely 4. You try it. Next questions. 12th. Several electric bulbs designed to be used on a 220 volt electric supply line are rated 10 watts. Remember, power rating is given 220 volts, 10 watts. How many lamps can be connected in parallel with each other across the 2 wires of 220 volt line if the maximum allowable current is 5 amps? So, it is the same as which we solved with the other problem. There the resistor, 176 ohm resistor was given. How many numbers was the question? Now, how many bulbs will be connected? See, very simple. Based on the power rating, you calculate the resistance. If n bulbs are connected in parallel, let the value of R you can calculate based on power rating. So R number of resistors will be connected in parallel. If n bulbs are connected in parallel, definitely n resistors are connected in parallel. What is the resistance value? P equals R equals V square by P, V square by P. That formula you use, R you find out. So n into R equals, you find out the Rp basically. Rp is equal to what? Rp equals the resistance of this which you calculate divided by n. So that you use in the formula Ohm's law, and I think this is very simple, which I did for I think 11th one. Similar to that exactly. Here you have to calculate the resistance of the electric bulb using power rating. How do you calculate? P is equal to V square by R, R is equal to V square by P. You calculate yourself, solve this problem, which is simple. Next. A hot plate of an electric oven connected to a 220 volt line has two resistance coils A and B. There is a hot plate, two resistors. Two coils are there, A and B. And each of 24 ohm resistance. Each is 24 ohm resistance, which may be used separately, in series or in parallel combination. What are the currents in three cases? Let us solve this. 13th one. Let us note down the given data. It is a hot plate. Question number, let me write 13. It is a hot plate. Coil A. There are two coils, has two resistance coils. Coil A, coil B, which are equal to 24 ohm resistance each. 24 ohm. So R of A, R of B equals 24 ohm. So what I write here is R equals 24 ohms. Case 1. When what is the question asked? What are the currents? I equals question mark, voltage 220 volt. Yeah, this is the information given. In three cases we have to work out. Dear students, here we have to work out in three cases the current. When those are used separately, when those are used in series combination, and when those are used in parallel combination. Case 1 or case A, when coils are used separately. When the coils are used separately, how do you calculate? RA equals RB equals 24 ohms. Therefore, I equals V by RA, which equals V by RB, because both are same resistance, which is 220 divided by 24. So how much it will be? 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 11s are, okay, 2 6 are 2 6 are 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are, which equals 9.167. So I will consider about 9.17 amps. Let me check. 13th one, 11, 12, 13th one, 9.17. Okay, correct. B, case B, when the coils are connected in series, when coils are connected in series, that means this is how it is connected. This is RA and RB, 24 ohm, 24 ohm. Potential difference is applied across these two ends A and B, 220 volts, 220 volts. In this case, current is equal to, first RS you find out. RS equals 24 plus 24, which equals 48 ohms. Therefore, V is equal to, or what is that, I is equal to V by R. By Ohm's law, V divided by RS here, which is 220 divided by 48, which works out to be 220 divided by 48 works out to be 4.58 amps. Let me check up. It is correct, 4.58 amps. Now let us connect these in parallel combination and then work out the current. These coils are connected in parallel combination, meaning case 3 here or C, when connected in parallel. That means these resistors are connected like this in parallel combination. This is what across this the potential difference is applied, RB. So let RP be the equivalent resistance. Calculate the equivalent resistance, then use Ohm's law. 1 over RP equals 1 by 24 plus 1 by 24. If you work out RP, it is 12. See here, one more formula. If only two resistors are connected, then you can directly use RP equals RA into RP divided by RA plus RB. You can use this formula also, because 1 by RP is equal to, I have transposed this, and that is how it. So it is 24 into 24 divided by 48. That means 24 into 24 divided by 48. 2 are 2 ones are 2 12s are, which is 24 by 2 basically. So you can work out like this also. I hope you understand. So RP equals, if these are, I will use this formula also, N, which is 24 divided by 2, which equals 12 ohm. This is an alternate way of working. Couple of methods you should know very quickly how to work out. So now by Ohm's law, V equals I into RP. I equals V divided by I equals V by RP, which is 220 divided by 12, which works out to be basically how much it's about 18.33 amps. I am working out it in order to save the time here. 18.33 amps. 18.33 amps is the correct answer. Let us go to the next question. 14th question. Compare the power used in 2 ohm resistor in each of the following circuits. 6 volt battery in series with 1 and 2 ohm, and 4 volt battery in parallel with the 12 and 2 ohm resistor. So we have to compare the power in a 2 ohm resistor when it is connected in series combination and in parallel combination. Means 14th case 1, series combination, 6 volt battery in series with 1 ohm and 2 ohm resistor. 1 ohm and a 2 ohm resistor in series with battery 6 volt, and this is R1, R2, 1 ohm and 2 ohms. We have to calculate the power in 2 ohm resistor. So let us see how to calculate the power in 2 ohm resistor. If I know I here and R2, I square R2, power equals I square R2 is possible. Also power equals voltage across R2 into current through this also is possible. Voltage is different over here, over here. If you know the voltage over here, that voltage into this current also gives you the power. But for me, for simplicity, first I will calculate I, current, which is same in both. So current flowing through this will be I. P equals I square into R2. That formula I use. Therefore, RS be the resistance, which is 1 plus 2. 3 ohms is the equivalent resistance. Therefore, I equals by Ohm's law V by RS, which is 6 divided by RS is 3, which is 2 ampere. So current flowing through this is basically 2 amps. It is through 2 amps here also, 2 amps here also. And therefore, power through R2 resistor equals power through R2 resistor. I can write like this, or I can write like this also. Power through 2 ohm resistor equals, in series combination basically, equals I square into R2. What is I here? 2. 2 square into R2, 2, 4 into 2, which is equal to 8 watts. So case 1 is over. What about now next? Case 2, these two are connected in parallel combination. These two are connected in parallel combination, 1 ohm and 2 ohm. And this is how the connection. How do you calculate this one? See, power here, there are two separate things. This is I1 here and this is I2 here. Is it right? So how do you calculate here? What is the voltage here? 6 volt. 6 volt. Therefore, see, let me check up. 1 ohm, 2 ohm, I1, I2, and 6 volt battery is connected. 4 volt battery is connected. Just a moment. 4 volt battery is connected. And 12 ohm and 2 ohm. I think resistors have been changed here. 4 volt battery in parallel with 12 ohm and 2 ohm. 12 ohm, 2 ohm. Okay, fine, no problem. So these are the things here, which is case 2. Let us check how to calculate now. One thing, if I know the current here, this current I square into R I can do through 2 ohm resistors. 4 volt remains same here. Is it not? 4 ohms remain same here. So I know voltage, I know R. I know voltage, I know R. How can we express power in terms of these two parameters? P equals V square by R. Use this, you will definitely get this. So let us check this now. What is the power through 2 ohm resistor? P equals V square by, let this be R1 and this be R2, which equals 4 into 4, R2 is 2, 2 ones are 2 to the, 4 to the 8 ohms, 8 watts. So this is in parallel combination. So how do we compare this now? PS equals PP across 2 ohm resistor is 8 watts. In both the cases, the power through 2 ohm resistor is 8 watts. Just one small thing. I would like to extend some calculations over here. Let us see whether we will succeed. Please listen carefully. Can you calculate I1 and I2 for this? Would you be able to calculate I1 and I2 over here? Let us check how to calculate I1 and I2. I know 4 volts. In order to calculate I1, I2, I should know voltage here, resistance here. Is it right? Okay. What is the voltage here? 4 volts. Why it is 4 volts? In parallel combination, voltage remains same. R2 is 2. So I1 is equal to, I1 equals voltage divided by R2, which equals voltage is 4 divided by 2 ohm resistance, which is 2 amps. What about the voltage current through this I2? Here V equals I2 R2. 4 equals I2 into 12. Therefore, I2 equals 4 divided by 12, which equals 2 divided by 6 amps, or it will be 0.20, 3 is 18, 3 amps. 2 by 6 is 0.33. It is correct or not? V equals I into R, I2 into R2, I2 equals 4 by 12, which is correct. Now, so if I add I1, I2, I1 plus I2 equals 2 plus 0.33, which is 2.33. You got it? Here you can do this also. 2 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 3, which is 0.33 basically. So, can you calculate this current by taking, how do you calculate I here basically? I1 plus I2 gives me I here, but what is the other way of calculating this current directly? Find out the equivalent resistance Rp and use the formula V is equal to I into Rp. Let us do that also. I am erasing, you can note it down, but I want to analyze that one. Some of you are definitely able to understand these things. My question here is, I want to calculate current through this circuit by calculating I1 and I2 and adding these two, and also by directly combining the resistors in parallel combination. So Rp equals two resistors are connected, R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. R1 into R2, 12 into 4 divided by 12 plus 4. Isn't it? Which equals Rp equals 48 divided by 16, which is 3 ohms. Isn't it? Now V equals I into Rp, I equals V by Rp, which is 4 divided by 3, which equals just a moment, something is wrong. Rp equals, just a moment, let me calculate it, just a moment. How much is Rp? Rp 1 by Rp equals 1 by 12 plus 1 by 2. Okay, now it is correct. I made a mistake there by taking 4 there, now it is correct. What is the LCM? 12. 2 6 are 12 ones. Therefore 1 plus 6, 7. Therefore Rp equals 12 by 7 ohms. Now it is correct. So V equals I into Rp. Therefore I equals V divided by Rp. V is 4 volts divided by Rp is 12 by 7. 4 into 7 divided by 12. 4 ones are 4 threes are, which is 7 by 3. Therefore I equals 3 twos are 1, 3, 3 amps. Yeah, we got it. So here also we got 2.33 amps. By adding I1 plus I2 also we got 2.33 amps. Why I showed this example over here is, this current is the summation of these two currents. Individually we calculated I1 and I2 using this Ohm's law. Also I calculated Rp, which is the equivalent resistance of these two resistors in parallel combination, and then I applied the Ohm's formula to calculate. In both the cases this is matching, means our calculation is correct. Maybe you can understand, I think you are able to understand this. Let us take the next question. Two lamps, you can read the question. Yeah, we look into this problem, we will solve here. 15th question. Two lamps are connected, power rating is given, and those are connected in parallel combination, and you have to calculate the current. Current drawn from the line if the supply is this thing. So two lamps, lamp A, what is the power rating? 100 watts, 220 volts, and lamp B, 60 watts and 220 volts. How these are connected? These are connected in parallel to main electric supply with the 220 volts. Fine, let's see what happens now. These are connected to this thing. So this is how the diagram, this is bulb 1 and bulb 2. This is how these are connected to in parallel to the mains basically. Question is, what is the current drawn by this? Let this be I1, let this be I2. Is it right? What is the power rating? This is A, this is B, 100 watt, 220 volt. This is 60 watt, 220 volt. This is also 220 volt here. So same voltage is coming. Now, it is very easy to calculate here. I1 equals, express I in terms of voltage and power. Power is equal to V into I. So I1 I can calculate here for bulb A and for bulb B. Here itself I can calculate. PA equals V into IA. So IA equals power is 100 watts divided by 220 watts, 220 volts. 1010, 2 5s are 2 1s are 2 1s are. Okay, 5 by 11 amps. Keep it as it is, fraction. Similarly for this, power B equals voltage into IB, and therefore IB equals power B divided by voltage 60 watts divided by 220 volts. 2 3s are 2 11s are, which is 3 by 11 amps. And therefore the main current through this is I1 plus I2. The current drawn by the main circuit is I1 plus I2, which equals 5 by 11 plus 3 by 11, which is 8 by 11 amps. Check it. 8 by 11 amps. Let me check the answer. Question number 15. Question number 15. It is correct. 8 by 11 amps. Okay, that's all. Next, next problem. Next, 16th one. Which uses more energy, 250 watt TV set in 1 hour or 1200 watt toaster in 10 minutes? What I can suggest is, watt is given, time is given. Time is given in terms of hour here and it is minutes here. I can use kWh also as an energy, or you can use joules also as an energy. If you want to calculate joules, convert hours into minutes into seconds, which will give you in terms of joules. And in case if I use kWh, use kilowatt and hour. So 16th we'll solve now. 16th. What is the question? Which uses more energy, TV or a toaster? TV, the given information is 250 watts, which is equal to 250 divided by 1000, which is 0.25 kilowatt. And time here, T equals 1 hour. Therefore, energy consumption in kWh equals power in kilowatt into time in hour, which equals 0.25 into 1, which equals 0.25 kWh. First case. This is with respect to TV. Toaster, let us take now. Toaster, power here is 1200 watts. Power is nothing but 1200 watts, which is 1.2 kilowatt, and time equals 10 minutes, which is equal to 10 by 60, which is 1 by 6 hour. Isn't it? Therefore, energy W in kWh is equal to power in kilowatt into time in hours, which equals power is how much? 1.2 kilowatt into time 1 by 6. So how do you calculate? 0.2 kWh. Compare 0.25 kWh, 0.2 kilowatt kWh. So which is more here? TV consumes more energy. Therefore, TV consumes more energy. In terms of joules also you can calculate it. Okay, that's fine. Let us go to the 17th one. An electric heater of resistance 8 ohm draws 15 amps from the service mains 2 hours. Calculate the rate at which heat is developed in the heater. Very twisted question. He is asking you the rate at which heat is developed. What do you mean by the rate at heat is developed? Rate at which heat is developed is H by T. H is the energy. Energy by T. What is energy by T? Power. Power is equal to W by T. W can be a chemical energy, mechanical energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, or even heat energy. So we will solve this one. So let's look at this question. What it says, electric heater. This is question number 17. Electric heater. It draws a resistance 8 ohms. It draws a current of 15 amps. And for a time equals 2 hours. 2 hours, which is equal to 2 into 60 into 1 hour is how much? 60 into 60 into 2 hours is seconds. So many seconds, which equals 2 into 3600, which equals 2 6 are 12, 72 basically. 36 into 2, 72, 0 seconds. 7200 seconds. The rate at which heat is developed. Rate at which heat is developed is, what is this rate at heat is developed? Is nothing but H divided by T. Isn't it? H divided by T equals power. Power equals I square R. You know I, you know R. What is the consequence of T? There is no question at all. You can directly calculate I square R, which is the power. Let us check it. H by T is nothing but the rate at which heat is developed. P is equal to I square into R. I square is how much? I is 15 square into 8, which is 225 into 8. 1800. What is the unit of measurement? Power, watts. This is the power. I hope you are understanding here. There is no this data we are not at all taking 7200 seconds. Why we are not taking this time at all here? Because it is the rate at which heat is developed is nothing but heat energy divided by time. And you know already the expression for power. Power is equal to W divided by T. If in a purely resistive circuit such as electric heaters, this W is replaced by H by T, and therefore power equals H by T over here. Heat energy divided by time, which is nothing but the power. Power is the formula is V into I. I have converted in I square R because I is given, R is given, and that is the reason, isn't it? So I hope you are understanding. One more small twist here. It is heat energy divided by time. What is the measurement of heat energy? Joules divided by second. So here watt is nothing but joules per second also. So you can also write 1800 joules per second. This is the answer. You understood why it is joules per second, because watt is nothing but joules per second, you should know that. So the heat energy, the rate at heat energy is developed is 1800 joules of energy per second. That is the answer for this question. Let us go to the next one, 18th one. Here itself will answer. Why is the tungsten used almost exclusively for a filament of an electric lamps? Very clearly explained in my video lectures. Tungsten, higher resistivity, melting point 3380 degrees Celsius. Because of these two reasons, it is used in filament bulb. Why are the conductors of electric heating devices such as bread toasters and electric irons made of an alloy rather than a pure metal? Means why the heating elements of the heating devices are made from alloys. That is also clearly explained in my video lectures. There are two reasons. First thing, the resistivity of the alloys is higher than the constituting elements, and second thing is these alloys generally do not oxidize easily. I hope you are understanding. The two reasons are the conductors of electric heating devices are made up of alloys because their resistivity is high compared to the constituting elements, and second thing, they do not easily oxidize at elevated temperatures. Why is the series arrangement not used for domestic circuits? If one of the appliances fails, then all rest of the appliances will not work if those are connected in series combination. Second point, the required voltage will not be, each appliance will not get the required current and required voltage because there is a voltage drop across each appliance, and hence the required source voltage will not be available for all the equipments or all the appliances. Also, one more thing is the current in a series circuit remains same. Say for example, can I be able to connect a washing machine and a small 25 watts bulb in a series? It is not possible because the current requirement of small bulb is different, which is smaller in quantity, magnitude, and the current requirement of washing machine is higher, whereas in series combination across all the appliances the current remains same, and hence it is not possible to connect two different appliances of different current requirements in series combination. How does the resistance of a wire vary with its cross-section area of cross-section? How does the resistance of a wire vary? Resistance of a wire R is inversely proportional to cross-section area. So, more the cross-section area, lesser is the resistance. Lesser the cross-section area, more is the resistance. So, what the answer is? It is inversely proportional to the cross-section area. That is the answer for that. Why are copper and aluminum wires usually employed for electricity transmission? Because their resistivity is very low, and those are very good conductors, and therefore energy losses will be minimized in distribution or in transmission of electricity. That is the reason for that. I think I have covered almost all the questions. Now, dear students, this chapter is complete in all respects. I have completed your in-text and exercise questions, and as I told earlier, I will pick up some exemplar numericals and also some important some twisted sums, a little bit critical sums in resistors in series combination and parallel combination, or the combination of both series and parallel. So that is in one class I will be able to finish it, and please study hard this electricity chapter. It appears to be a simple, but in general when you start calculating, especially the numericals are relatively tougher, and make sure that you understand the concepts and practice a lot. So we'll see you in the next lecture. For the timing, we'll end the session and meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.